Okay, let's talk about mental clutter. We need to identify what yours is so that we can clear it. Good stuff. All right, no matter which one of the priorities you chose from Module 1, mental clutter is something that we all succumb to, it seems, and identifying it is going to go a long way no matter which one of the priorities you're working on right now. So what is mental clutter? Mental clutter is anything that keeps your mind so busy all the time that you can hardly focus or make decisions or do anything else. It's that thing that's always in the background running on you and creating blockage. It's like a cluttered room. You can't move around a cluttered room. So mentally, when you have mental clutter, you just can't get around it. It's relentless most of the time. So this could be thoughts, worries, unprocessed emotions. There's a lot of things, and it's going to be different for everybody. Okay? So before we even go any further, I just want to put a little side note. This program is not that deep. And I really, really, really encourage you to seek out professional help from a mental health specialist, especially that last one, unprocessed emotions, right? If you've got something big going on, then please, it is worth it to go get some help from somebody who can work one-on-one with you. An online video isn't going to cover it, okay? All right, so going back to it. So mental clutter, all the things that are making it difficult for you to actually function efficiently on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so maybe you've got this endless to-do list that just keeps getting added to and adding to, and you just never feel like you get it all done. And believe it or not, it could just be like 5 or 6 things. And if you just write them down, you might be okay. So I digress. All right, worrying or rumination over something. So if it's in the past and you are ruminating over something that you did and you wish you could change, you can't change it, you gotta stop thinking about it. The opposite is worrying. That's the stuff that's happening in the future. You know what? You don't know what the future is gonna hold. So you might be worrying for nothing. Okay, I'm digressing again. I'm supposed to be giving you a quick list here. Okay, negative self-talk. Woo, this happens a lot and we don't even recognize it most of the time. So we're going to start to notice when we're doing it, and we're going to find ways to notice and get around it. Okay, information or digital overload. Anybody guilty of that? I shouldn't use the word guilty, but we're real people talking real things right here. And you know what? It happens, and that's okay. You are normal, you're a human being, and it's okay if you are getting a little bit of digital overload, okay? We'll just manage it, we'll figure it out. Unresolved issues and conflicts, decision fatigue, even physical clutter around you. So these are all things, just a short list of things that create this kind of chaos in our heads that are mental clutter that we want to notice so that we can address them. We're going to identify them so we can address them and shift gears a little bit. And this is very, very impactful. So what are we going to do about this? Okay, first off, we're going to remember the one really important thing. We are just choosing one, maybe 2 of these culprits right now. You can come back to this program as many times as you need to, kind of cycle through it again and start with a new or the next priority or the next issue that you want to manage yourself through. Just do it 1 or 2 things at a time. Keep it simple, okay? Then we can address it. So once you've chosen the 1 or 2 that you're going to address right now, then we look at a whole list of things. We have so many options, right? The first one usually is to pause, right? You need to pause, give yourself time. You can set a timer. You can set a timer for 10 or 15 minutes and say, this time right here, right now is just for me to manage my mental clutter. Easy. Okay, so sometimes you're going to determine that what really needs to happen is that you've got maybe some unfinished business somewhere that with someone that you need to address. And sometimes that's going to be uncomfortable. Go back to my previous comment, get professional help working through things if you need to, but I encourage you to get it done, okay? Going a little bit lighter, notice where your time really goes. So if you pause and actually sit there and think about, if you're at the end of your day and you just think about or even jot down what you actually spent your time on, maybe you're going to notice that you have some clutter that doesn't need to be there. Okay? Creating a routine. So pausing long enough to, instead of just trying to frantically move through and do everything and just, catch the balls that you've thrown up in the air, sometimes pausing, taking a deep breath, and addressing it, making a plan, making an action plan can go a long ways. Okay? Speaking of that, pausing and taking a deep breath. Okay, this is where meditation comes in. And I know the busier your mind is, the more cluttered your mind is, the more overwhelmed you feel, the less time you feel like you have time for meditation. And also, the word meditation can be a really scary word for some people. So you don't have to think of it like that. You could be mindfulness. There's a whole program I do on this, so I'm not going to get into it right now. But did you know that there is a formula? If you could try to meditate for 4 days, 12 minutes at a time, a week, okay? 12 minutes, 4 days a week, there's a magic formula in there. So you don't have to be sitting here meditating all day, every day to have really big impact. Okay, I'm digressing again. I'm supposed to be just giving you these quick lists, and I just want to keep talking because I want to tell you everything right now, right here. All right, so the next thing you could do is just release the pressure, right? Take this out of your mind. Say to yourself out loud if you have to, I am not going to fix this right now. I'm just going to take it out of my mind. Sometimes you can picture a little box, a pretty little thing right beside you, or whatever it is. Use a mental visual image to literally take something out, put it in the box so that you know that you're not forgetting it. You're not letting it go. You're not going to ignore it forever. But right here, right now, you are putting it aside and you're going to address it at a more appropriate time later on. Okay? Another option is to reframe it. Right? Sometimes we have things that stress us out, that we worry about all the time. Even when you go back to the things that you're ruminating about, sometimes you could just reframe it for yourself and give it a different spin. There's some practice that goes into that, but it is a very, very, very effective way to let some mental clutter go. Right? All right, there's another little list of mental clutter remedies that you could try. Again, I invite you to try out some of the examples, some of the suggestions that I'm making, but then also brainstorm your own and figure out what works for you.